After 10 years of hunting exotic supercars with loud exhaust systems, I feel now I am totally qualified to become the exhaust expert. What's up, guys? Welcome to Exhaust Expert episode 3.
First time in this car? First time you've seen this car?
First time I've seen the orange pumpkin 675 LT, and so yeah, first time that I've been. Oh my god.
It still surprises me. Every time it still gets me.
Okay, that's probably a good way to start, because we spend so much time in fast cars. We unfortunately sometimes might forget or lose the sense of speed.
Yeah. In
very fast cars.
Yes.
For example, I can get back in my M3 now and be like, this is so slow. However, recently, I was in a 675 LT Spider in California, and that was the first time in a long time where I've felt like real sense of speed. Going, oh my god, this thing is ballistic. And there... all I saw was you go like that.
I'm have to be half throttle like this time of year, and these tyres as well, like they struggle to get heat in.
Yeah.
With them being winters, but it makes it entertaining.
Yes. Oh my god, there was a couple of bangs.
A couple of pops and bangs.
That was what I was hoping for.
Oh, there we go. Now when it gets warm.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
let's talk about the.
Anyway, when we slow it down, then we can talk.
Yeah. Let's talk about the exhaust system, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Exhaust series.
I'm honoured to be a part of it.
Episode number 3. Thank you for taking part in it. Literally, when I was writing the list of cars that I wanted to do, I just remember having so many conversations with you about when you were looking at getting an LT.
Yeah.
You were so excited about the fact that you could potentially muck around with the exhaust system. However, having read what Mclaren talk about, how they talk about their exhaust system, it makes you realise why you probably shouldn't. Quite particular.
Yeah.
Let me get this up. The LT has got a titanium exhaust system, as you might have already been able to see by the incredible colour that it goes through the engine bay.
Yeah.
McLaren say, a specially designed crossover system where the exhaust section that exits on the V8 engine's left bank actually exits on the right of the car and vice versa, provides the exact length of titanium tubing required for ultimate performance.
Only McLaren.
Only McLaren. So I completely understand, however many months now you are into ownership, that you have left it standard, because inside the car, for those that have not been in a 675 LT, this is very close to an actual race car.
It is.
Just from the sense of vibrations that you feel and idle, all the way up, so that there's almost no sound dampening inside the car.
One of the things that I was drawn to when I first drove this car, so guys who maybe haven't followed the story of how I got in this, was I drove a 650S and the LT back to back.
Wow.
And when I got in this, I was like, I can't believe it's the same platform. Like, they've taken it so far. And the exhaust was one of those things. Now later on, we will try and get it pop and crack. But when you're driving on it fairly swift and you shift at the right time, it's like a whip crack.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice sound, and it's something that I hadn't experienced from the 650. So that was one of the main elements, was that McLaren had actually engineered some drama into the experience of the car.
Yeah, because the 12C, the 650S and the P1, even with a sports exhaust, they've got a nice rumble to it, but it is not anywhere near the likes of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini.
Not a huge amount of drama.
No.
That's it.
But with the LT, having heard from McLaren Automotive when it was coming out, they're like, we're so excited, we've actually gone out of our way to make the exhaust system sound good. And let's be honest, inside the car, it sounds incredible.
Absolutely, yeah. I think for considering what modern day turbo cars sound like these days, it's up there. Like, it's really
up there.
So I think what they've done is taken something that, like 12C, let's face it, started off pretty boring.
Yeah.
And considering it's on the same platform, I think the engine on this has the same internal components as the P1 engine. Yeah. So it is a P1 engine. Yeah. Albeit it doesn't have the hybrid, drivetrain there.
Yeah.
So on top of that, I'm amazed that they've even taken a P1 engine and managed to make it sound even better than a P1.
Yeah. with the pops and the bangs as well, like stock exhaust system, this car also flames.
It does flame. One of my favourite features, which I actually haven't spoken about too much, is at night time when I drive this fairly hard. If you jump out of the car quick enough and run around the back, you can see it all glowing.
No way.
Yeah. So over the exhaust, so you can see the crossing over.
Oh yeah.
They glow like purple,
God.
like hot purple, and it cools down fairly quickly. But if you run out of the car at night, you can see it, and it's glowing, and you can just see it like fading away into this like deep purple. It's amazing.
Yes, let's go.
Get some heat up. Whoa. There you go. Only certain revs it does it when you're on full chat. Also, I need to put it in like sport mode too to make it.
Wait, that wasn't sport mode.
That wasn't sport mode. No.
Oh God.
What we'll do later, we need to find an underpass. I'll get it to crack when you're underneath an underpass, because in the car it's like a nice sound. Yeah. But on an underpass it's like a grenade going off. Like, I don't think you know how loud it actually is. Yeah. It's really cool. When it gets hotter, it does have a bubble about it. And
I've never heard that before.
Try and get it
to. Literally, where I feel like you're on 100% of the throttle, and then you just go, whoa. This car is just unbelievable.
As it gets warmer, it does have a few pops and whips.
And like, this is why I love doing this series, because the amount of enjoyment you get. That was not necessarily a fast acceleration, that was just getting the revs right so that the exhaust can crack.
Totally, that's it. And you learn to play it like an instrument. Yeah. You're like, it's 7.5, it's gonna pop.
Yeah. That's just the incredible thing about all these amazing cars with exhaust systems. Whoa. I'm not sure how much of that footage I can use.
Your GoPro's going to be getting a lot of wing. But I can feel on these tyres, there's just the grip's just not there.
Yeah.
It's going well, and you notice the initial acceleration doesn't feel anything as like the midway acceleration.
Yeah.
Because the tyres just don't.
They don't pick up the early.
The Trofeo R's on this, I've never experienced anything like it.
Really?
It's just daft. It feels like you're on a track car. It's just stupid.
Mental. This car is ridiculous, and like you said, it is the top tier, top bracket of supercar before you get to the £1 million hypercars.
Yeah, which is incredible. Don't forget, like, as much as these are trading crazy above list now, they were like 280.
Yeah.
And it's punching so far above its weight. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy, and that's what McLaren are doing, and that's what McLaren will continue to do.
Yeah.
And yes, the F12 sounded incredible, and yes, the GTR flamed like I've never seen flame before, but the exhaust added to the entire experience of this car, because the exhaust is such a small percentage of enjoyment out of this car, whereas on the other two cars, the F12 is an incredible car. You own one, you know just how incredible it is.
Oh, the sound, I mean,
and the sound,
like that is the car. Like, the sound of that thing's insane.
Whereas the exhaust and the sound of this car isn't so
it's nothing like as exotic, is it? It's not an exotic a sound.
But it doesn't matter. No, it does not matter.
You forget about that when your right foot goes down a bit. You're like, what exhaust?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. So I think now let's just pull over, try and compose ourselves a little bit, and I'm going to try and rate the exhaust system.
Sounds good, man.
I don't know how I'm going to do that. I've lost my mind. There we have it, Mr. JWW's bright orange McLaren 675 LT. James, come in here.
Thanks for doing this today, man. Like, any excuse to get this car out, it's so good. It's so good.
Incredible roads around here. You live in a beautiful part of the United Kingdom, and I have to say, what better way to tear up the roads than in a 675 LT?
Brilliant. Yeah.
Unbelievable. So I think now I should probably rate the exhaust system. The stock exhaust system from the 675 LT, it flames on stock, it bangs on upshifts, it bangs on downshifts, but for some reason it's lacking something. The car makes up for it. But this episode we're reviewing this is really awkward, but 2.5 flames. Ah! Wait, I need a lift. Maybe I should have given it 3.